Hey everyone, now today we're going to go through a combo for everyone. This is not precisely a Dracoslayer card combo or a pendulum combo, but any deck can do this once it can generate the monster count. Now, I'm going to show you guys a 2-card combo, which is actually 3-card because I'm going to be required to discard a card, and I'm going to discard Choco. The reason for this, I just want to show you that if you open a Dracoslayer with your Super Heavy Samurai, it means that you're not required to find another Dracoslayer throughout the combo. So you'll actually get a +1 from doing it. So I'm going to start the combo. So I'm going to go Wakasho, activate it and use the scale effect to put Benkei in scale. And now I can use Benkei to add Soul Piercer. I'm not going to equip. Normal summon, and I'll synchro into Ignisto. Now because I synchroed with this, it can go back into scale and Ignisto's effect to summon Majesty. And her effect, I'm going to add Sky Iris. I'm going to toss her with a Joker. Now I can link off with these two and go into Beyond, and her effect will add Astrograph. So the new playstyle is that I don't equip Soul Pierce anymore. Not just for this combo, but like for overall, I don't equip it. Because normally it's a monster count that can help you go into other stuff. But because for most of my combos, I just do it like that, most persons don't notice. So I'm going to pendulum back 3. And we can continue from here. We exceed into number 60. Vibes Cartel. Use this effect. Reborn. Effect special from deck. I'm going to special summon the water. Link off with both of these into Promethean Princess effect, Reborn, and I'll now use Ignisto's effect, special summon fire. Normally you don't have to. Actually, I'm going to show you that you don't have to. So I can just link off first. I know I can get anything I want, so I don't have to summon fire. I can summon the wind one, which is Battle, but it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't really change much. This is a hand trap, but it doesn't really do anything beyond that. So I'll just work with it as is. Now I'll tribute both of these to special summon the fusion monster. This is the card to summon it to. And I'll use this effect. Because it was tributed, I get to add this back. Now I can use effect. Special summon Majesty from grave. Doesn't matter where you summon it. Link off into Zelantis. Use Zelantis effect. Banish everyone. And we'll come back. Now there's a few ground rules. 1, the fusion has to hold a corner. It doesn't matter which corner it holds, but it has to hold one. Zelantis will hug the other corner. The synchro goes right beside, and you don't care about anything else. Now I'll link off with both of these. Going into cross sheep so that it points to the fusion. Now that I have it like that, the fusion can use this effect to reborn because I resummoned it with Zelantis. And now that I summon to a zone cross sheep points to, cross sheep effect. Because it's pointing to a fusion, I can reborn. Cool. I made a mistake. I didn't add with the first one. I don't really think it matters because I only need one add, which is this. Which is going to compound right now again. So I'm going to link off again using these 3 to go into Singularity. So you could add again. So this time I'm going to add bag effect, add whatever you want. So these are just free cards in your hand because the only real cards I'm going to start be using is this Sky Iris. I'm going to put in a place we can all see it. And we'll now use Ignisto's effect, a special from deck. I don't really care what I summon. Link into Proxy F Magician. The F stands for fusion. Always the time. Sky Iris, pop high scale. I'll get Revolution, activate Revolution, use the effect. Reborn Ignisto. Be careful of the zones. And I'll now get the Astrograph effect to special summon. And I prefer to special it in that zone and add my next copy of Revolution Dragon. Now here's the kicker. I'll use Ignista's effect. I'm specifically going to summon this one because it's a spellcaster. Now I use proxy effect to fusion summon. You have options. Really and truly, what I normal fusion summon for is Mysterion. However, I don't really like this card for one reason, the drawback, because it banishes all monsters on the field. Well, let me tell you the full effect. When your opponent special summons a monster, even by inherit their own effect, you get to banish all monsters on the field with that same type. But because it also affects your field, in other words, if my opponent special summon dragon, I would have to banish my dragons as well. I don't like summoning this. But it's really free, it's really on hand. Every single time you see Ignista, you can summon the card. And you're going to see Ignista possibly about 8 times, without exaggeration. So it's really free, but you can also go into Predaplan, Dracoslayer, and this is a free monster again. So if you want, you can play this, or you can play this. By the way, this is a spellcaster, not a dragon, just in case if you're concerned. Now, because I summoned fusion summon to a zone it points to, I get a special from my hand, which is going to be Superheavy Samurai base Battle Ball. Synchro Shokan. And now it's time for Genex. The cross streak doesn't trigger here. I already triggered it for the turn just in case someone's going to be like that. Because people do weird stuff. But anyways, from here, you've used up a huge proportion of your extra deck. So it's just time to build up with what you can. So I'm going to link off into Exceed's effect. I'll get back my Astrograph. He's a good card. And now from here, I can activate my Revolution Dragon, use effect, popping itself, and getting back my Ignisto. I also will drop my Astrocraft from my hand, and using the effect, I'll get Revolution Dragon from my deck. So I'll add the third and final copy. I won't be using it as well. So from here, we got options. Not particularly what I wanted to, but it is what it is. I'll link off with these 3 to get my Appaloosa 4/3. Now I can activate this. Now using effect, I can reborn. At the start of a duel, I would have sent a Pendulum monster to the grave, which would have been the Joker. You can summon to any zone actually. That's what makes it a little bit better than Celine. But no, I will link off with it. If you didn't even open Joker and you just opened any random card, that's fine because you'd have one of these to special from your hand anyways. So you don't have to worry about that. From there, I get to go into my Firewall, and my Firewall can bounce for 2. With the last card now, being this, I can use effect and get back my Ignister from the graveyard. You must be like, why would I need to summon back the Ignister? Doesn't really serve a purpose, but yes, it actually does. Now, I can actually use my Promethean Princess in the graveyard if my opponent special summons something. And of course, you have this engrave. Honestly, if Phoenix drops in price, I'll get Phoenix instead. Because this doesn't really do much. It doesn't trigger almost ever. Even when like I have a full blown board of Link monsters, it hardly ever triggers. I have a more high likely chance of triggering it myself by destroying one of my own cards than my opponent doing it. And this is the full board. Do I think this combo is hot? Not really. Is it decent? Yes, I think it is. And the problem with the combo is that it didn't give me any Speller Trap or Omni Negates. In other words, my opponent activates Raigeki, I'm toast. Right then and there. But for like a single duel, it's not that bad. Let's count up the total amount of interruptions. So off Appaloosa, we have 3 monster negates. This is a 4th, so that's 4 months negate. These two can bounce back a minimum of 2, while Singularity can bounce back 3. So that's a total of 6 interruptions. Flame Princess is in the graveyard, plus this, which I can pop in this turn and go off. So that's another 2 more, so that's 8. And this can negate a total of 5 times. 5. The only attribute I do not have engraved is Wind. But I can assure you, we have Light, Dark, Earth, no Wind, Fire, Water, Heart, Go Planet. No, you shouldn't banish this. Banish Zealantis over this. Because it's a fusion, you don't want it to affect your Singularity. And of course, Earth is there. Earth, Fire, Wind, Water, Go Planet. Everything is there except for Wind. So it's a total of 5 negates, and you can negate for every attribute, so don't underestimate it. It's going to negate a total of 5 times at maximum if your opponent isn't prepared for it. So it's a decent combo in my opinion. What I was really waiting on is the ban list. But you know, I'm waiting to see if Electromite comes up, because it can actually affect how I play the combo. But I will not be holding my breath for that. I mean, Konami, they had literally Overwrapped at 3. I never touched it, by the way. Never. They've never touched Overwrapped in TCG. And yet, Skullcrobat Joker was banned. Skullcrobat that only searches for specific pendulum archetypes, that only works on normal summon, only normal summon, has been banned, and yet Overwrapped was free, and it searches for any dinosaur in the entire game. Any dinosaur. So it searches for a whole type. It works on normal and special summon. And after all that, it actually has a broken effect. Like, no. Like, Konami has to do better. I don't know why Electromite is still banned. Like, it just shows their incompetence. That's all it shows. Guys, that's it from me. Recall and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.